Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 212 for the 9th of July, 2023. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
The months keep coming and they don't stop coming.
Oh, yeah. I've no longer got the kind of booming voice I used to have in this room because it was an empty shell. No, it's not as good. It's not as fun. I enjoyed that, actually.
The Brian Blessed.
Good evening, everyone.
Flash Gordon, alive! All that kind of stuff.
Aye, that stuff, yeah.
What was his? He was in Blackadder as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Brian Blessed is one of the most interesting people out. He's climbed Everest.
I was going to say he climbed Everest.
Quite a number of times, is he not?
Have you seen the TikTok videos?
That's crazy stuff. What?
This is utterly terrifying. This. So basically, people, they get... it's not. I don't know what it is, but basically your brain is shut down because it's lack of oxygen and it's cold, and you're in your sleeping bag. And
We're talking about Everest.
In Everest, yeah. And basically, it's just
not just your Friday night.
There's the guy holding on. He's like, oh my god, and he just sees like people after people just sliding down, like they can't do anything. They're just stuck in this like frozen state, and you just. It's horrible. It's not a good.
Wait a minute. You need to put a bit of context with this. You just started suddenly talking about
the climbing Everest.
Uh-huh.
Right? This guy's climbing Everest, and people they have base camps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it gets so cold that you're still awake, but you can't move your body because it's
right.
Your brain's frozen, basically.
All right.
And so if something happens and your mooring line breaks or whatever it is, that's it.
We've cancelled our exhibition to Everest, haven't we?
We did for that very reason. Yeah,
for that reason. Yeah, we just cancelled it.
That and also the Sherpa just took one look at the pair of us and went, too fat.
I actually think that. Well, you're right, but I think that it's probably one of the most stupid things that anybody could ever do. Anyway, no matter how fit you are, because you're against those elements. The odds aren't great.
It's against all odds. Take a look at me
now. You have no right. What a great song that is, by the way.
It's a great song.
That's a great song.
Drum fills in
there. Fantastic.
People like the big quote, of course, is why did you go to Everest? And the answer is because it's there. It's like that's not a good reason.
No. Even if you've got the
combine harvester, you don't stick your hand in a combine harvester because it's there. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah. There's every chance. Even if you've got the most up to date equipment and you're trained and you're physically fit, things can go wrong.
Yeah. Well, apparently the reason why I think people get lulled into it is because it's as far as climbing is concerned, easy. It's not like you're climbing up El Capitan, which is basically just a sheer surface. It's a relatively, compared to that, it's easy. That's what I mean. I don't mean
it's just the conditions. Yeah. It's the avalanches and the threat of the ice hitting you, the cold, obviously.
Lack of oxygen.
Oxygen. That's a huge one, actually. That's what gets a lot of folk. Yeah. So I'm not keen.
Aye. No.
It's not on my list.
Like I said, we cancelled our trip for it. For the very reason.
Yes, exactly. It's like, can you send a picture of the two of yous? Right, no, mate. Sorry.
I'm like, tell you something. I need a base camp getting back upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Up to the kitchen to make yourself a sandwich.
Yeah.
Right. I know. I don't have that problem.
Well, it's true. You're on the one level. For your
kitchen. For my kitchen now. Yeah. You're down in the depths.
Shall we talk tea?
Yeah.
I came prepared, sir.
Oh.
I made a chart.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, the chart. This is the rundown.
The actual chart. This is not. So I charted this, and it's not good.
So wait a minute. Is this related to me, you, and James's predictions?
Yes. So this is our tentpole movie predictions that we have here. This is a spreadsheet here.
Here we go.
So it's basically this column here and these columns here.
Yes.
And you can see we started it at Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. So at this point, they already had Guardians, Fast 10, Little Mermaid, and Spider-Man were already out.
Yep.
So they already had that kind of thing there.
Yep.
But this is the blockbuster movies of 2023. Notice the horizontal lines.
Yeah.
That's not good, is it?
No.
That chart tells you more than you need to know about what's happening this summer.
They're flatlining. Although,
They
to be
really
fair, so as the top, so it's Guardians of the Galaxy at the top, which you'd expect to be flatlined by now, kind of thing, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like 806.
And it's been out a fair few weeks now. It's, it'll be coming on to Disney Plus soon.
Should be, yeah. Apparently it's delayed though, so it's like August or something. It's coming out in Disney Plus, so they're still. They know that this has still got a couple of $1 million left in it, so they're keeping it going. But it's still...
I think the most concerning thing about your graph here is the bottom half. I'm angry that Indiana Jones is not.
So these are the movies that have been released in the last 3 weeks. You can tell because that's the last 3 weeks there. And it's The Flash, Elemental, Asteroid City, and there's Indiana Jones, and they're all sub 250 million.
Terrible.
That is damnable. That
I'm
and
gobsmacked.
The difference as well. Look at the difference between Dial of Destiny and the previous week and this week. Nothing. It's gone to 172 from 152. It's made 20 million in the last week, overtaken by Insidious.
Wow.
6.
That is gobsmacking, I tell you.
Crazy graph in it.
To be fair,
the numbers like this, you're like, bloody hell! It's just lines. It's just lines.
To be fair, those are the ones that are the latest kind of releases type thing. I'll tell you what's an interesting one. Across the Spider-Verse, that's really done pretty well. I know it's starting to kind of plateau, but
this one here, it overtook the Little Mermaid in June 18th. It overtook it, and then it's still got like kind of little bump ups.
That's sitting pretty
every once in a while. The one that surprised me actually is Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, which started off at 80.
It's actually a similar trajectory to the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
very similar.
Well, there you go. Call me impressed, but yeah, I'm really disappointed. Like, Indiana Jones is not a bad movie, and no one wants to see it.
Neither's The Flash, by the way. But I said to you, I think it's the Ezra Miller.
The Ezra Miller factor.
Stuff, because it get mentioned in every single review of it.
Yeah.
And it's got to have a factor.
Yeah.
It's got to. It's a disappointing with Indiana Jones. I really liked that film.
I really did as well. I mean, we were talking about it. So James saw it. He said he liked it, but he didn't love it.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I mean, for me, it was a much better sign off than I thought we were getting with Crystal Skull.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I thought so.
It felt more like an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah. I actually thought the second week it might have done a lot better. I thought word of mouth would have got to it as well.
Yeah.
And done a service for it, but that's a pity.
Did you know there's actually another Indiana Jones movie?
It's
an episode of Young Indiana Jones.
Yes, but he's older.
Where he's old, yeah.
I did not realise that until recently.
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
He plays an older version of himself.
But yeah, I mean, I would urge people to go out, at least help Indy make the money that it costs to make the movie. It's not a bad movie at all. It's a fun. All of these movies, they're not Hamlet. Okay, every single one of these movies is not Hamlet.
See how much it costs to make it. So, do you not think they blew the budget a little bit? They should have maybe been a wee bit tighter because maybe they were a bit loose on it because they thought it was going to be a definite success. So they kind of let loose in the budget a little bit.
Maybe. You blame Kathleen Kennedy on this? She's the one in charge of the purse strings.
Whereas they should have had them a wee bit tighter.
Maybe.
And then they wouldn't be so worried about it breaking even at least.
I think we talked about that in our review. Is that Indy suffers from being a bit too long, which is
Little
similar
bit,
to Temple of Doom as well. Temple of Doom's a bit too long
Hmm.
for an Indiana Jones movie. You really want that
Hmm.
kind of hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes type adventure thing. You want in and out. You want quick. You want Fast and Furious. Basically, that's what you want.
Dial of Destiny's definitely 15 minutes too long. Definitely.
Yeah. Uh-huh. The
You could have
opening
trimmed stuff.
the opening sequence is it needs trimmed, that bit there, and then the car chase later on, because they do 2 car chases. It's like
The middle bit,
Car chase.
aye, we could have probably ditched one of those, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, for something else to move it into the when it got to the sort of the cave
yeah.
part.
I mean, maybe there'll be like a director's cut or something coming out,
Mhm.
and then they'll write that
Mhm.
ship later on. But I think the other thing I was thinking about the plateauing of all these movies is times are hard, and people
Well, people are picking and
choosing
uh-huh.
what movies they're going to go and see.
There's a lot of good films out there right now.
There is,
There
yeah.
is. There really is.
I mean, it took me what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies before I went to the cinema to watch Indiana Jones.
I don't know if this is on your rundown, but
Might be.
The new Mission Impossible is the next blockbuster.
It's not in the rundown, no. But
Well,
yes, we should probably talk about that. Yeah.
People are talking about that big time, and I think that's the next one to drag you into the cinema, is it?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
we're certainly.
Tom
It's getting 99% on Rotten Tomatoes right now from a 300 odd. I think there's 370 views of it at the moment, and it's went up to 99%.
What? Just by reviewers? Just from reviewers?
Well, just from preview.
There's this one here. Yeah, 99. Yeah, there you
99. There you go. Yeah. What is it? How many is it?
99%. 158 reviews.
158.
Overly long and a bit predictable. The film is nonetheless thrilling for its stunts and locations. There you go. That could have been the Indiana Jones review.
No. But I think the stunts in this are off the scale, though.
Some guy from the Observer. I don't know who that is. The zeitgeisty plot may have holes through which you could drive with the Orient Express, but for pure adrenaline rush entertainment, this will leave you exhilarated and eager.
Well, I watched Mark Kermode's review of it, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. He was gushing about it. So, his wee soundbite there doesn't do it justice, what he thought of it.
Yeah. So there's that. And then what do they say about... There you go. Insidious gets 36. Right, that's our current number one movie. The audience score is obviously higher because people are going to go and see it because they like Insidious. What does what's Indiana Jones at?
It's there. You missed it. It's on the previous page.
Sorry.
It's right beside Mission Impossible.
There you go.
69. That's got a good audience score though.
Yeah, 88%. So 69% Tomatometer, which by the way is fresher than the Tomatometer there. And also
people are enjoying it.
There you go. This is the number 2 movie in the world just now, and it's got a higher score than the number 1 movie.
Is Insidious number 1 just now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it overtook. Yeah.
All right.
Indiana Jones, Insidious Red Door dethrones Indiana Jones, 32 million debut.
Although it's got a much smaller budget.
Yes, a very small. Very, very much smaller budget.
Very much smaller.
Very
much smaller, or
very much of what?
Yes. Me? What?
Anyways, there you go. So 88% audience score. Can't argue the audience.
Nope.
Because they're the ones that are putting the money down.
Yep. I think that's fair.
So Disney's had a series of flops recently.
Yeah.
Quantumania didn't do as well as we thought it was going to do, and then of course there's a whole Jonathan Majors
fiasco that's still ongoing. Yep.
We don't know about that.
We've named a movie after him. Yeah.
No. Indiana Jones still hasn't made the money that it cost to make. And Elemental, where was that again?
I don't think people realise that Elemental's even out.
Yeah, Elemental. It's made 49 million, and it's currently sitting at 200.
It's meant to be really good as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
What if Elements had feelings?
It's meant to be good. I know you think it's a kind of Pixar by numbers, but I suppose it is a little bit. But it is meant to be good.
Is it Pete Docter that did it? I don't know anything about
Elemental. Seems like one of his, doesn't it?
It does. Directed by Pearson. No, he's not involved in it.
No.
It does seem a bit like his handiwork.
Yeah. But then Pete Docter's one of the top men there now at Pixar.
He's exec producer. So.
Has he not taken over from John Lasseter?
He has, yeah.
Yeah. He's the main man.
He's the main dude.
And Lasseter stepped down.
Yep.
Because of his octopus hands, apparently.
That's right, yeah. A bit too...
allegedly. A bit too touchy.
A bit too touchy, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's... Yeah, I watched it. So we watched Ant-Man and the Wasp on the plane. And my review
Quantumania.
Yeah, Quantumania, yeah. And my review was, this is just Tron Legacy. It's almost the exact
same. Do you know, you're absolutely right. And also, I think that the director's name is... I can't think what the guy's name is. Damn it. Anyway, I think it's his version of Star Wars as well, to a certain extent.
Oh, really?
I think so. Do you not get that vibe off it? Certain kind of scenes could have been, if you change the characters, they could have been straight out of Star Wars.
Peyton Reed, that's his name.
Peyton Reed,
Peyton Reed, he's directed a
episode of
Mandalorian.
Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done all three of these.
He has. This is his franchise. Yeah.
He took over from Oscar. Oh my God! Why am I freezing over his name? The Hot Fuzz director.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright.
Because he wrote the original treatment.
Yeah, it was him.
Ant-Man.
It was him and Joe. Sorry. Joe. Adam and Joe show. Joe Cornish, yeah. So it started off as Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish's baby. They wrote it together, I think.
Yeah, there you go. He co-wrote Adventures of Tintin with Stephen Moffat and Edgar Wright, Ant-Man with Wright, Adam McKay and Paul Rudd.
Yeah. So. Didn't realise Paul Rudd had a writing credit in that, right enough.
Yeah, I think he came in with the quips, the jokes, the gags.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, cool. Adam McKay, is he not a documentary? Adam McKay?
He's the guy that does, he did like Step Brothers and he does the Moneyball, those movies.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm sure it's that guy. Yeah, so he does
Anchorman.
Nights, Other Guys, Anchorman.
Oh, God, he's done some cracking films. We watched The Other Guys a few weeks ago there.
Yeah. Don't Look Up, that's the other ones he does. Vice,
oh, God, yes.
Well.
Oh, my God, is that him?
Yeah.
All right,
he doesn't do like straight up comedies. He does other things as well. So he does.
I didn't realise
other guys.
I knew his name from Vice and The Big Short, but did not realise he did Step Brothers and the Other Guys and stuff like that.
I'm sure he did. Moneyball.
Nights.
Or at least he was involved in it somehow. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was. Maybe he wasn't.
Is that the Brad Pitt one?
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie as well.
God, he has got some good films there.
Doesn't he?
Bloody hell. Wow.
He's done a fair few bits and pieces in his time.
Hell.
So, yeah.
Brilliant. That's quite the resume.
Yeah. So talking of crises, the second crisis is coming soon. This is of only interest to me.
Because I've not seen. I did start watching it, but I kind of fell away from it.
Jared Harris is in it though.
I know, our pal, friend of the show.
Definitely.
We wish.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, I need to get Apple TV back because there's too many good things happening over there just now.
Ronan the Accuser is in it as well.
Yeah.
Him?
Yes, from
Guardians.
Thor. Sorry, Guardians. Yeah, he did all the kind of paint on his face,
prosthetics.
didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He was a troll.
He's in a great film called The Fall. He plays a stuntman, and he's broke his leg in a fall, and he's in hospital. And this wee girl kind of befriends him in hospital, so he starts telling her about this fantastic story, and then the movie goes into this fantasy story kind of thing. It's brilliant.
Okay.
It's by Tarj. He's like an Indian director, but he's like so colourful and
it's
brilliant.
better than that Nemo thing that Jason Momoa did for Netflix.
Don't know.
You know Little Nemo, which is also featured in.
I quite like that. I quite like that.
Yeah, it's from Then There Were Three.
Okay, this Genesis album.
Yeah.
We're talking Genesis albums.
We're talking Genesis albums, and we're down to 0 viewers.
Again. Dang it.
At some point, we will get some Genesis people in here, and we'll go, "Oh yeah, I know what you mean." Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, Foundation. It's exciting. Trailers look great, actually.
Yeah.
And they've flung a bit of money in that, haven't they? I think they did the first time round as well, but something about this looks even better.
The clip here. Show the clip here. Again, it's one of these ones where it feels. I don't like things where I'm going, "Oh, that just looks like a set." I hate things like that. This feels lived in, especially when you get outside and you.
Sorry, can we just talk about his chest at the moment here?
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
There's a ridge down the middle there. I don't know.
Is that implants?
I wouldn't have thought, no.
Or is he just jacked?
I think he's just jacked.
And that's the way mine look like that, but a droopy version.
Sure did that.
You know, you could probably, if a baby monkey was to befriend me, it'd try and probably breastfeed me. Breastfeed off me. Just saying.
Quite the imagery there, Jody.
Well, hairy nipples, same as a female monkey. Anyway,
Halt and Catch Fire as well is he's really good in that as well. He plays
good. I like Lee Pace. I think he's really good actually. He's been a lot of good stuff.
God, what's the name? Is it McKenzie? It's not Mackenzie Crook because that's the guy from The Office.
I don't know that one, James. Though Halt and Catch Fire. I don't think I've heard of it.
You've never seen it? It's Scotty McNeary. He's in it as well.
Is it a movie or is it a TV show?
TV show on AMC.
All right, okay.
It's about the birth of the PC. It's not really about it, but it's like a fictionalized tale of the PC and how it came to be.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. And the reason why it's called Halt and Catch Fire is because there's a command in x86 called HCF, which basically shuts the machine down. Right. But it doesn't shut it down; it just puts it into like a low power mode. But essentially, it halts, and then the machine will just keep running indefinitely until it catches fire, which is why it's called Halt and Catch Fire.
Wow!
There you go.
Jeez, Oslan. Well done.
Thanks.
Nice one.
So anyway, that's that one there. Deadpool rumors. Talking of chests.
Well,
male chests here.
There is a lot of
weird ridgy things.
Well, that's if you get to this level of fitness he's in, and you know,
do you see his neck there? Yeah, I did that. I did that the other day. They were opening a jar of pickles.
I bet you did. I was like, a jar of Nutella.
And then I heard, and then I woke up 2 hours later. I was like, "What happened?" And he's like, "You
passed out."
And then I looked over, and the jar of pickles still had the lid on it.
And that's probably not even. That's probably a true story. Let's face it.
Anyhow, that was me victorious after opening a jar of pickles the next day after I run it into the hot tap.
Yep.
Um,
Tap the lid a little bit.
tapped it like that, and
Mhm.
it just shattered. And then we could get to the pickles.
Yeah.
You get hit it with a hammer. Anyway, so apparently there's there's Deadpool pics.
Uh-huh.
So that's just a wee look.
Leaked pics.
Leaked pics. We're talking leaks.
We done
So this is which is kind of relevant because of obviously he owns half of Wrexham, which of course is in Wales,
Mhm.
or Wrexham Football Club, and
Yep.
of course they're famous for their leaks.
You're right. Well done.
Thanks. So there he is. He's dressed as, I'm assuming, Deadpool. And
Is the
there he
Wrexham
walking
football club team red and black as well? The
there.
strip.
They are red and black. Yes. They also had an away strip as well that was green, which was Philadelphia Eagles green because Rob McElhenney is
Of course.
a huge
Aye.
Eagles fan.
Of course, yes. Yep. Nice. Yeah, he's looking very slim there. We're kind of burying the story here. The fact that
Well, I'm trying to find a picture of it, but I can't.
well, there isn't one. There isn't one apparently.
Have a picture of a cartoon version of Wolverine.
Apparently, he's not sleeveless though.
Oh, he's not. No, he's going to have.
So the
sleeves.
rumor says, you know, somebody did a kind of mock-up of what he'd look like in Photoshop.
Oh, is it like the way that people do mock-ups of cars?
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they never did it. Why did they not do him yellow in the original one anyway?
I think he says. I think they make a comment about that. He said at least it's not yellow spandex.
Yeah, but what's the big deal? I don't get it.
It's like all these movies. They got to make them darker and gritty. They can't make them like bright yellow.
All right. Okay.
They've got to be darker and grittier. I don't know.
So
everything just ends up blending into the background.
Is it because at that point they weren't as established as a kind of genre, so they wanted it to be like more taken more seriously and not having like a bright yellow suit?
Yeah,
something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But does it matter really? Who cares? It's more, I mean, it was like that in the comics, so cool.
Yeah, I mean now it doesn't. I don't think. I mean, with the characters that we have now, but I mean Scarlet Witch, her original costume was very muted, and now it's bright red. So maybe it's just the pendulum has swung the other direction.
I think it has. I want to see colourful comic book adaptations again. Yeah. I want to see. That's what I really want to see of Superman Legacy. I want to see a nice colourful,
bright blue, royal blue,
bright blues and bright reds.
Yeah. Well, the original one, the 1978 one, was that colour, those colours.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's still the best one, by the way. Still the best Superman version of Superman we've ever had.
Yeah. Also to feature in Deadpool 3 is Ben Affleck Daredevil's Elektra, which is played by Jennifer Garner. Interesting. No relation, of course, to James.
No. Is that not his daughter?
No, I don't think so.
Is it not? I always thought it was.
I don't think so. She's born in Houston. Her early life. Houston, Texas. Mother, Patrick Ann English. No mention of the father. So. Oh, there you go. Her father was very conservative and her mother quietly blue. So there you go. That must have...
The hell's that got to do with anything?
That must have been a fun Thanksgiving.
I know.
So anyway, so Elektra's coming back for Deadpool 3. So yay, Deadpool. Woo! But it makes me kind of wonder why, is Deadpool not coming back? Is Daredevil not coming back for this? Are we getting a Charlie Cox Daredevil?
Well, we are. We have.
No, I mean in Deadpool.
All right, okay. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either. But
no, I don't see why not.
And then the last... Where is the last thing we got? Where did I put that? I've lost it.
Oh.
I've lost my story. Hold on.
You've lost it. He's lost it, folks. It's finally happened. He's lost it.
I finally lost it.
He's bloody lost it.
This is the scandal that's
Oh yeah,
hitting the BBC anti-Beeb just now, which is somebody has been suspended because they bought 35. They paid a teen £35,000 for various nude pictures or whatever the pictures are. I don't know what they were. Explicit pictures. They've said over 3 years. The person is now in their 20s. Obviously, this is a harrowing story for that person there. But what's happening now is there's a witch hunt in the entertainment world. Going, is it you? Is it you? Nikki Campbell, Jeremy Vine, among those threatening legal action.
They've been mentioned.
This is the thing is, but people
specific,
are guessing.
isn't it?
Well, exactly. So this is what's happening. Is it's this kind of McCarthyism that's coming out now, and this is what they're saying is that the BBC are now demanding the BBC identifies the presenter. So basically, it's like throw this person to the wolves.
It is.
Now, again, innocent until you're proven guilty and all that kind of stuff. So we don't know the story. This is the story is they're being accused of this. We don't know if it's true or not. But we're willing to throw someone to the wolves to protect themselves here. So
I know you say there's a victim in this, but this person's been paid money to do these pictures. He's not been forced against his. He's not been forced against his will. You know, it was a teenager at the time. Did you say?
The teenager, yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, 17. So I mean, it is
17.
Yeah,
doesn't sound that.
Sorry, Quentin Tarantino.
I'm not being funny, but at 17 and he's getting paid, for showing his butt cheeks or something. I don't know. He's probably worse than that, actually.
Wow. Okay.
They wouldn't pay. Well, he's not going to pay me that.
He's definitely not going to pay you.
Imagine that 50-year-old man has been paid 35,000.
Anyway,
show his hairy boobs.
Let's put it this way: it's more the fact that this was a person in authority and taking advantage of a younger person. That's the whole reason for these scandals that are scandals.
Imagine it was Philip Schofield again. Oh my god! Just when the guy's down.
Well, we can't suspend because he's already been suspended.
Oh god! Can you imagine? It happened when he was with the BBC. Oh,
he's been very quiet. Maybe it's Gordon the Gopher this time. Maybe they were both at it.
Well, he did have his hand up him for a number of years.
All right.
He's a puppet.
There you go. Power and balance. Exactly. Power and balance.
Oh,
that's
hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Sorry.
Sharon.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. It's a power imbalance, and that's why it's a scandal. It's an inappropriate relationship. It's the same reason why Philip Schofield got sacked as well, is because it's an inappropriate relationship. He's not the boss, but he's close enough the boss, and so you can feel obligated to do certain things for people who are in a position of quote unquote power, and that's kind of what the scandal is.
Do you know? You wonder how this story broke though, as well. And
the Sun broke it. Of all people.
but how,
Well, I'm assuming they hacked a phone.
But also, we were talking about this off air that Rylan Clark has come out in a tweet saying, when you're posting these articles up, stop using my photograph. Because everybody's thinking it's him now.
So the complaint was made in May as well. So that we're now in July. The story continues. It's taken a very long time to investigate. Oh no, it didn't go through it. God, thanks, Yahoo. I think it's important to take a stand. There are too many of these people on social media. Thanks to the support friends. And so so people are just out and out putting up pictures of Nikki Campbell saying it's him and it's not.
John Leslie, he's another candidate,
Leslie,
probably.
yeah. But
He's not been
when
named.
was the
actually.
last time he worked for the BBC?
John Leslie.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. He's a property developer now. He doesn't work for media at all.
So
no.
Yeah.
not him.
So yeah, Ryland Clark, as you said, he's going. It's no me.
It's pretty bad. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I look at that. See that? Go back. Top presenter has been taken off air after paying $30, and then it shows you a picture of him.
Yeah.
If that's
I mean that is slander. I mean, it's
he could go to town on them and get
yeah. Would you mind editing and removing this Facebook post that suggests I'm the person in question? And frankly, the comments are disgusting.
Absolutely shocking, by the way.
And I mean, the poor guy, because it's like it's not. I mean,
terrible.
Yeah,
terrible doing that. Well, here we go. I only drink at weekends, being retired. This helps to break the week up and restore Friday. When pissed like many others, I send daft tweets. What's that?
Perfectly normal behaviour. It's really not perfectly normal behaviour, Andy. You have a lot of followers who will read and spread your damaging lies. I let loads of stuff go on here, but not this. I'll be in touch soon.
Oh, is this some guy
tweeting?
Sounds a bit of a plum.
Yeah. Hate to disappoint the haters, but it's not me, said Gary Lineker.
Oh my God! Wow.
So this is, this is going all the way to the top, and of course Gary Lineker, who recently had his own scandal because he spoke out against the Conservative Party, and that was the third rail for the BBC, and that was it. He was out,
which was a weird one.
Which was even bizarre which was even more bizarre because, for those of you who don't know, all the presenters that co-host with him on Match of the Day said, "Well, we're not going on either."
Correct. They were all in support.
The BBC didn't have anyone to present their top flight soccer program.
They had the football on with no commentary over it, and it was brilliant.
I bet it was. Instead of some guy going like, "Oh, there's Smith passing to D'Agostini, D'Agostini passing back to Smith. What a riveting game!" It makes do you know what it makes football boring when they talk about it because it's just so pedestrian. And then they start talking about when he was there for his under-19s and he showed great promise and all this. I don't care about this backstory. This is immaterial. Who's he passing to now?
Yeah. Anyway, that's
14's on the way.
I'm sure that. Well, I'm pretty sure this will come out. Who it is,
I mean, they said it's within the hour, so maybe when I'll keep an eye out, and maybe we'll break it live on air.
Oh, they're going to announce it soon, are they? Right, let's just wait then.
Yeah, we'll just wait. Just wait.
Anything yet?
No, nothing yet.
No, nothing. Right, okay. No. Let's move on.
Let's see the BBC. Let's see what the BBC is saying about
maybe it. Maybe it's been broken already.
There you go. Biden flies to the UK. It's Biden.
Amid concern over, not over this story, just over cluster bombs.
I wonder what in the UK part of it. Yep. Okay. BBC suspends presenter. So we just go around all the presenters and say, "Have you been suspended?" And if they say yes, it's them.
Correct. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jim Davey will appear in the media on Tuesday.
I can't wait till Tuesday. I'm away on holiday. Jeez, oh man!
It'll be on the Jody. Don't worry about it. Just go to a newsstand. I'm sure it'll be on the front page of the Daily Express.
I know, but you don't get them in the same day, do you?
No, you do. You get the early edition.
Okay.
Or just use a website like everybody else.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, shall we crack on?
It's quite dark in here, isn't it? For some reason, it's not normally this dark. Yeah, let's carry on.
Not normally. I can't find the little. Oh, here it is. Other than the news, what are you watching?
We watched Extraction 2, The Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, okay.
Which was really good, better than the first one. Good. And I was like, "Oh, let's watch Extraction 2 because we really enjoyed the first one." And Evelyn and Danny were like, "We've never seen the first one," and I'm like, "Yeah, we have." And it turned out it was just me that watched it. So, but yeah, thoroughly enjoyable action from straight away, pretty much.
Mhm.
Uh, what do you call him? Thor,
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, he can heal. He healed quick, which is
Does he?
quite lucky, really.
Oh wait, it just starts off from the bridge.
Yeah, it does pretty much, and then he's in
Oh, right,
hospital,
okay.
and then he's kind of healing, and then he's straight back into it, getting battered again.
Yeah.
Why does he get battered in this?
What
Oh
does
my
he?
god! Aye, mega.
The guy can take a punch.
Oh my god, it's really good actually. Really enjoyed it. We have been rewatching Last of Us, which I think I mentioned already.
Oh yeah, you did.
I watched the Gladiators documentary, the American
I
Gladiators
watched the first
documentary.
episode of it.
It's okay. It's a bit kind of predictable, and not that earth shattering.
Yeah.
Really, it's not bad. It's watchable. I saw a film that I'd been wanting to see for a long time, Hell or High Water, with Chris
Okay.
Pine. I'm going through a bit of a Chris Pine thing at the moment. I'm pining for Chris.
Pining for Chris.
And that's a really good film.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's on Prime just now. No,
What's it called?
it was on BBC. I watched it on BBC iPlayer.
What's it called?
Hell or High Water. It's a kind of. I would say it's a little bit vibes of No Country for Old Men, a kind of modern western, really. Him and his brother
You
are
mentioned
two.
Jeff Bridges is in it as well.
Jeff Bridges is in it, yeah, which is always a tick for me.
Yeah.
And he plays the usual kind of grizzly, type cop.
Ain't no way no one smuggling swine gonna go in here.
Chewing tobacco and things like that. Really good. I really enjoyed that as well. And I think in the main that's it. We've been watching. I haven't continued watching Secret Invasion.
Oh, you've not?
No,
Oh dear.
I have not.
Dear.
But I'm going to get. I will get on top of it. Just in case you were wondering that if I'd missed it out or not.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, we're watching something on BBC One. God, what was it? Oh yeah, Staged.
Oh, that's back for a new season, isn't it?
David Tennant and
Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen. Yeah.
Did you see him being interviewed for the BBC?
No, I didn't. No.
It's funny. He says, so Michael, what are you doing now? And he goes, I'm going to be playing some Welsh character. And David Tennant goes, that'll be a change for you then. Just start needling each other.
We never watched it though. We just started watching it, and we've just been. They're only 15-minute episodes, and we've just started blasting it.
Because his wife's in it as well, isn't she?
Yeah, both their partners
Georgia.
are in it.
Right,
okay. So we enjoyed it so much that we started watching Good Omens.
Oh, again, okay.
Because no, I'd watched more of it than I thought, but I got halfway through the season. I didn't realise I'd even got that far, but I got halfway through the season, then kind of gave up on it.
Okay.
I don't know why I did, because we're watching it now again, and really enjoying it actually. So it got us into. So we're doing kind of two David Tennant, Michael Sheen things at the same time.
Okay.
So
do you know Bix is in Good Omens?
That's right.
The
I recognised her. Yeah.
It's like it's like a play on words. I can't remember the title.
Oh, right.
Anachronism, whatever her name is. Anyway,
I recognised her.
Yeah.
There you go. From Andor.
Yeah. Well, I did watch Secret Invasion.
No.
Getting through it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's not enough for me.
I know.
Life's too short.
I know. But I feel with Samuel L. Jackson. I've enjoyed everything else he's been in, and I feel I feel I have to get through this one for him. It's not good. I don't know what it is. It's fine, but it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not Loki season 1. It's not.
That was good. I did
It's
enjoy
not as
that.
fun as that.
I did
And I thought
enjoy
it'd be
that.
much more fun than that.
Yeah.
It just feels like it feels the same. It's the same feeling I had when I was watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Just something not just missing.
See, do you know the thing about
There's a great bit in there's the great bit in one of the episodes where Don Cheadle and Samuel L. Jackson sit down and they spar with each other. It's a great scene. It's just two great actors chewing the scenery, and it's fantastic. And then the rest of it was just.
Are you talking about?
Meh.
You talking about
Secret Invasion.
Falcon Winter Soldier?
No. In Secret Invasion, there's a bit in it where Don Cheadle and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, Don Cheadle. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm getting mixed up with Anthony Mackie. Sorry.
Yeah, they're sitting talking to each other, and it's a great scene. But the rest of it is just petulant child shouts at other petulant child, and it's just this. It's the same. It's the exact same feeling. I remember I was saying about Ant-Man and the Wasp is just Tron Legacy. This is just Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because it's young charismatic leader takes control of a band of miscreants and tries to take over the world. And it's the exact same story. And I don't believe that guy's a good bad guy. The guy they've got, the kid they've got.
That's always
he's just too kind of like, yeah, what's wrong with you? I'll tell you what's wrong with you. You're old and stupid, and I'm young and clever. It's like, that's not a reason.
I like it. You're in. Oh, no action. No action.
There's no action, and that's the thing is that, and there's no action in a talking sense either. Like you can have good action. Like Andor, there's quite a lot of sitting around talking about stuff, but it's intense sitting around talking around stuff. Like the bit where they're going around the room getting the reports, and the Empire and the guy that's, what do you have? That kind of stuff. It's just brilliant acting, and you're drawn in by the story. This is honestly, it is just the like, well, these guys are stupid and I'm clever, so I'm gonna win.
Do you know those shows that we were talking about, Andor and stuff? You're buzzing for the next episode for those ones. You know, Moon Knight as well for us as well was another one that we really enjoyed. Andor,
Moon Knight,
Loki.
yeah.
You know,
Moon Knight, you don't have to go that far back to find a good Marvel show.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. That's a shame. Maybe I won't start watching it.
Actually, after that one, Ms. Marvel, that was a good show. It was a bit rushed. There was things that weren't quite right in it, but it was forgivable because it was a cartoon-ish type show, and there was enough action in it, and there was enough talking, and the characters were good, and they were believable, and things. So
I think that the new Marvels, the movie,
Marvels
looks a lot of fun.
I mean, yeah, I think it does as well. The fact they keep blipping out, I think that'll lead to the kind of hilarious situations and all that kind of stuff, hijinks and things.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
And so that does look good. But yeah, and this Secret Invasion thing is like, where's it going to end? Like how's it going to end? And they're talking, like all these guys, Ryan Airy and Eric Voss, are all talking about, you know, it's going to redefine the MCU. It's not. It's going to end in a damp squib, and they're going to reset everything back to zero, and it'll be as if the show never happened. And that's the only way they can do it, because otherwise they're going to have to rewrite it. And it was, and all of a sudden, Bobby Ewing walks out the shower. I'm telling you,
Bobby Ewing. Yeah. Oh well. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'll maybe get back to it.
You got to keep going through it though. It's one of those things you got to keep doing it.
I do like Olivia thingy.
Colman is brilliant in it.
Colman, she's good.
It's worth watching it just for there's a scene in it where she is like the main antagonist in the scene, and she's fantastic. She's all like, "Hello." Anyway, and she goes, "I'm here to torture you." I watched the first 4 episodes. I finally got around to it, but I watched all the episodes that have been released for Strange New Worlds, the Star Trek show that's filmed in Toronto. That's a great wee show.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's it's a Star Trek show. I love it. Characters are great. Although neither me or Anime like Ortega, who's the helmsman, but everyone else is good. I won't go on because I know how much you hate Star Trek. Hijack.
I've tried,
I know,
but I
I
can't
know,
get into it.
I know.
I can't get
I know
into
the book just slams shut on you. I'm sorry, you're not understanding the allegory.
it. Sharon's like, I want it to end. I hope you're talking about
I think
Secret
it's
Invasion,
about
not
Secret
not this
Invasion,
podcast.
Yeah. Everyone wants this podcast. I watched the first episode of Hijack on Apple. That's
Oh, yeah.
Idris Elba
Mhm.
plays like a fixer guy
Yeah,
for deals.
I think everybody thought that was going to be a movie, didn't they? And they're
I think so. Yeah.
almost
yeah.
disappointed that it's a TV show
And
and
to
you've
be
got to
honest,
wait a week.
Probably should be a movie. It
Aye,
feels
but it's
like we could do this in 2 hours.
no, but it's done in real time.
I know it's a 7-hour flight.
Mhm. Mhm.
Eva Miles is in it though, so
Yeah.
she's good.
Yeah.
Gwen Cooper from Torchwood.
And what do you call him? Oh, God, what's that guy? The English actor. The Idris Elba's wife's new man. Oh, what do you call that?
Oh
guy?
right, I know. Yeah, I don't know who the guy is.
It was like Robbie Williams' pal and played the bongos. That was it. He's like a percussionist,
Is he?
and then he's become an actor. Aye.
What's his name?
I'm pretty sure.
Max Beasley.
Max Beasley, that's him. Yeah. Bongo player.
Bongo player extraordinaire.
Mhm.
He's
I'm a bongoist.
71. Bongoist. Movies this week. We watched Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves.
Ooh, nice one.
Yes. With Chris Pine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the opening sequence with Jonathan was just.
That's awesome.
I was gonna pardon you.
Oh, man,
so good.
that's awesome.
Very funny all the way through.
That's
I thought
brilliant.
The characters worked really well together. I really want to. Do you know they're all based on the cartoon characters? They're all named the same initials as them.
Did you see the cartoon characters appear in it?
Yeah, they appear in the cage.
In a cage?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It had the gelatinous cube in it as well.
Yes.
Like it had the trap as well.
Yeah.
The chompy thing on it.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so good, and there's obviously tons and tons of like deep D&D stuff in there. I'm gonna guess as well, but those are the ones I picked up on.
Talking a lot about flops in this episode, but that was a flop. I'm
Was
pretty
it?
sure. Pretty sure. Didn't
I
do
can't
that
imagine
well.
Hasbro not
Didn't do that well at all.
Is it?
Pretty sure.
Mojo Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see what it did. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves. It made 208.
There you go.
Worldwide.
That's a flop, isn't it? Greg. That's a big
it
flop.
it was released March this year. I mean, March, not really a good month. So how much did it cost to make? Probably more than that.
Quite a lot. It looked good. I mean, it looked as if it cost a lot to make.
Yeah. It cost 150 million, and it made 208 million box office.
Not great, is it? Not great.
Not good, but
not going to see a sequel to that. I do.
You don't think?
I don't know.
I think they could. Hugh Grant was good in it as well. It was nice to see Michelle Rodriguez in something that wasn't a fast movie.
He was great in it.
Yeah.
Sharon saying here, went to see Flash at cinema. Only went for Keaton as Batman, but he's my fave. But I was so surprised how great it was. It is a brilliant film, and it was a great way to see Michael Keaton as Batman again. Absolutely brilliant.
The original and best Batman.
Yes, and I tell you, Joe, it's such a shame that was a flop, as I keep saying. But you know, that is what it is. Maybe it'll get a resurgence once it comes to everybody forgets about the old Ezra situation.
Ezra Sitch. And then I watched the Gladiator, the first part of it. I'll go back and watch the rest of it. I didn't, but what didn't hook me was that I didn't know who any of them were. Like if it was the British gladiators, but it was like Wolf, and it was the guy with the "You will go in my first whistle." And if it had been the British gladiators, I might have been a bit more interested in it.
Do you know what you could actually what you could do with it is do gladiator bingo, right? And it's like so you know how you do that? You put if they mention some things in the documentary, so it's like before I'd watched the documentary, I thought right steroids, put that in it, right? Affairs,
yep.
Violence,
yep.
Controversies, you know, all these things you could put in it before you even saw the show, and you'd be able to tick every single one off.
And you can sit with your big dauber, and
your bingo dauber,
yeah, your big dauber. What else do you use? You use a biro, like an animal.
Well, I'm going to use one now.
Exactly.
And
then
you can use your dauber, and I'll use mine. All right.
So nice segue into. I watched Wham as well.
So did we actually? We did.
It could have been a podcast. Honestly,
that's terrible.
Honestly, it could have been It could have been a podcast because there was no real visuals in it. I mean, it was taken from two interviews that they'd done separately.
Well, one of them's dead.
I know one of them's dead, and the other one's career's
dead. They can't do it together.
I know they can't do it together, but it's obviously been over for years. Two things in my takeaway from this. They were the best of pals until the end, which I didn't know. And second of all, they were trying to change the world, but the record company wouldn't let them.
Do you know, I thought it came across... I thought Andrew Ridgeley came across really well.
Yeah.
He's young and he was dead excited, and they were both really, caught up in the whole thing. And what a great songwriter George Michael was. And I didn't realise that at the beginning Andrew Ridgeley was like one of the main songwriters.
And it was George Michael that's trying to emulate him, and it was like there was two, because it's on one point somebody says there was two Andrews in the band, because George was trying to be Andrew, and then of course he obviously kept digging in that mine, and kept going. So whereas Andrew was quite happy,
he just let him go because
checking out the costumes and stuff. He was the kind of style guy.
Yeah, but George Michael
the guitar though.
Yeah. George Michael came out as the bigger talent, basically. Ultimately. But it was really good. I thought they both. I just thought, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it reminded me of in the early 80s, and in the 80s, like that's when like video games took over, and of course there was no like market for it in the UK, so there was like, tape distribution was, you get a cassette tape and you put music on it. There was no and basically all these companies were working mail order. Then how do we get into stores? And it's like, I don't know. And they had to find tape distributors and all this kind of stuff. And they were basically making it up as they went along. And that's kind of the story of these bands that were growing up in the 80s. Is the same story. Is like they were just literally making it up as they went along.
I loved how they started off as a 4-piece ska band and ended up how did they end up from that to Wham? But it was quite fascinating.
Yeah, it was actually a good documentary. But like I said, I mean, it could have been a podcast. I mean, it didn't have to be. What I mean is, it could have been audio only. It didn't. There was no real visuals for it. It was just like kind of newsreel type stuff with the interviews over the top of it.
I find a lot of things like that. In fact, James has said that to us, that he puts maybe a crime documentary on, but just listen to the audio off Netflix.
Yeah,
and it works just the same as just as good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've done that with a few things on like the YouTube app. You can just set it to play and then close your phone. And it still plays in the back, like the audio still plays in the background. I've done that a few times.
If you pay for the subscription.
If you pay for the premium. No watching adverts.
No.
We watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm I can't sit through a 45-minute episode or something and then there's 50,000 adverts.
Yeah,
so sorry to all the people who watch my video.
I know, exactly. That's what it pays. That's what pays your wages.
That's what pays my wages. I wish. I wish. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I guess that says we're done. Thank you, everyone, for watching along. If you liked what you saw, then don't forget to hit the old like button, share. Everyone knows how this works. I don't know why I keep saying this every week. And, of course, hit the old subscribe button. You get a notification when we put up a timely reminder of when we put things up there. But until next time, thank you, everyone, for participating in the chat and watching.
Thanks, James.
Live.
Thanks, Sean.
Yes, thank you. And we will see you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye.